Hi, Paul Slack is Good News Broadcasts and Good News Planet and Pause the World for Peace and Earth Day in Times Square and a whole bunch of things. And we have a successful and congratulations to you, DRMAGDN, Cyborg. He's got a lot of drums behind him because I believe he can play all those drums. Is that so? Can you play all those drums
Oh,
at the
I can play all those drums. I basically drum and DJ at the same time. And I do electronic music, EDM as they call it, and pop music and everything. And I tour the world. It's a lot of fun, Paul.
So tell me a little bit about how this wild musical enterprise got started.
Oh, it was crazy. I started this around 10 years ago. I got called to do a big Warner Brothers artist, right? He was a double platinum artist on the radio, Z100 and all that. And they called me up and they're like, hey, so can you be a cyborg drummer for this artist? And I'm like, yeah, sure. What's that? And then they're like, okay, we need you to run the backing tracks, lead the band, sing some backup, hype the crowd, and then basically drum and DJ at the same time. And I was like, yeah, I could absolutely do that. Now, I hang up the phone, and up to this point, I've only actually done acoustic drumming, right? I haven't done any electronics. I haven't, done that whole aspect. So I ran to Guitar Center. I bought all this stuff. I spent a week, just sitting there trying to plug everything in, YouTube videos, manuals, and didn't sleep for a week. 2 rehearsals. We did a warm-up show, Manhattanville College, and then we went on a festival opening for Bon Jovi. So that was literally christened by fire. So yeah, that's the story of how the DRMAGDN Cyborg drummer DJ thing started.
Can you chew gum also at the same time?
Oh, I can make you an omelet if you need it.
On the drums, on the snare. Well,
There it is.
I'm a musician also, so I'm wild to get a chance to speak with you. So give me a little though, little baby boy, Charlie Z. Why does it say Charlie Z? Do you know that guy?
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, no, I'm Charlie Z, and yeah, I started when I was about 7 years old in school band and everything. My first actual gig though was my sister's wedding. The band gave me a tambourine. I stole the freaking show. So I have pictures and everything, and it came out great. And basically got the bite of music and drums at about 7, 8. Right around then, school band, did that for a while, got in a jazz band, and then basically went pro as a session drummer, became a music director and producer after that, did the New York City scene for many years. And, since the pandemic, everything blew up. I'm up to 25 million total plays and views, 750,000 followers, all verified with the blue check. And then I live stream to like 100,000 people each time. And that's the kid I do it on. It's crazy.
So tell us where did you grow up?
I grew up in Rockaway, New Jersey, so way out west. It's about 45 minutes between Manhattan and Pennsylvania. So that's where I started.
All right, I never heard of Rockaway, New Jersey. I know Rockaway Beach.
Right, exactly.
Brooklyn, New York, and out a little bit further there. That's a beautiful area as well. So is that a ocean town?
Oh, no, no, no. This is kind of in the mountain, and it's just a sleepy suburb basically, and a lot of sporty people. And I grew up very sporty myself and played a lot of sports and all that. And then always wondered why I didn't quite fit in. It's because I'm kind of a creative, musical kind of guy. I always was. And then when I got to the New York City scene, it was like, oh, this works. Obviously, got the mohawk and everything, and the rock star kind of clothes, so it worked way better in New York City. And now I'm actually in the West Village, so that's where I'm at. So.
Oh, yeah. So did you like when you're running around in this country setting, of which I also grew up in Tarrytown, a little country setting.
Oh, Tarrytown's great.
Did you take a couple twigs, a couple sticks off of a evergreen or just some tree that fell down and start banging on things? Or where's the drumming in you? How did the drumming come out of you? Did somebody say, take a drum? Did someone give you a little potato pad or, those things? How did you start playing the drums?
Oh no, definitely. The pots and pans initially as a kid, and then basically they gave me the sticks and the pad. And I remember, picking. It was like, all right, you could either play the saxophone or you can play the drums. And I'm like, all right. I listen to music on the radio. I'm about 6, 7. I'm like, I don't hear that much sax on the radio, but I do hear drums on everything. So I went with drums. it was also cheaper at the time, pads and sticks and everything. But 12 drum sets later, it's definitely cheaper to get the sax and everything. But I chose the sticks and pads. I'm the kid who was always on the bus, just drumming on the seats and everything, annoying everyone, drumming on the desk and everything. And now I get to drum around the world. So it's been 33 countries, 43 states, and I think I'm on over like 250 records at this point. So it's crazy.
That's great. It's beautiful. Beautiful music is wonderful, and I'm a drummer lover, to be frank with you. But I'm a saxophone player and a piano player,
Nice.
and that I could keep up with a song on the drums too. I love the drums, all right, and I love the classical going back to Buddy Rich's and Gene Krupa's and Max Roach's and I mean, I've gone to drum events actually with my buddy and I'll say Todd Frank, our drummer in our band up there in old Tarrytown. We used to Ed Shaughnessy,
Oh yeah.
some serious dudes, man. They devour the drums. So I got a
Yeah.
sense you devour. I'll be honest with you, I didn't hear you play the drums yet. All right, probably your wonderful Eileen Spiro sent me something, but we're doing a big concert. Maybe you should play the drums in Times Square. You want to play the drums in Times Square on the 20? Are you in town on the 22nd?
I'm in town on the 22nd. I'd love to do it. In fact, I've actually played an entire one-take drum solo for YouTube that went viral, where I played the entire Times Square. I basically put kits all through Times Square and just gotta, it's super fun. I'll send you the video and everything. But yeah, definitely would love to. I love Times Square. I'm there all the time.
Well, I got it for the Earth Day concert. Make Manhattan Goes Green, along with the borough president. And we've been doing actually the International Day of Peace concerts for 24 years in Central Park and the last 8 years in Times Square as well. And we're doing a big show in there. I'll tell you, it's a big. We got Earth, Wind, and Fire. Actually, we got Michael Jackson's drummer. All right, because he plays with the Earth, Wind, and Fire musicians. So
wait, which one?
What's his name? I can't remember his name. I'm pathetic.
Because I'm playing with Bashiri Johnson, his percussionist, Michael Jackson's percussionist, at Cutting Room coming up in a couple weeks. And
you playing? Wait. You playing with Michelle? You playing with Michelle Pascal?
Michelle's going to be on that, I think. Yeah.
Oh, so that's So that's it. So that's us. Those are my boys. Our boys.
Nice. So we're all in the same scene. This is great. I love
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So not because I've played with everyone. I've done tons of sessions with tons of pop artists and tons of producing and music directing and recordings. But yeah, Ed Shaughnessy, Buddy Rich. Buddy Rich is actually my favorite drummer of all time. So you mentioned him, like, yeah, this guy knows his stuff. So
devoured the drums. It's just But I'm going to need for this show. I'm going to need to start setting up tomorrow for the 22nd of April. We also have the United Nations Orchestra.
Nice.
I'm saying yes, and I am out of my mind. I've been making shows for 50 years. And these are like really major kinds of things now we're into. And I love it because I love this stuff. This is so good. All right, let me tell you another thing I love. Well, first of all, what's this BMG thing? I know this company. Bertelsmann.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Yeah, so BMG. So what happened is I blew up online. I did that entire thing. And basically all these opportunities started coming to me. And I'm like, all right, let's go. So I wind up signing to major label BMG Records. And they happened to buy the catalog of George Harrison. And my favorite Beatles tune of all time is Something. So Something by the Beatles, I was like, oh, I love this song. They have the catalog. They're like, yeah, you can remix it, do whatever you want. So I basically did my own remix. I got a Grammy-winning orchestra. I got Michelle Ray from The Voice to sing on, lead. And then we put it out. It went crazy. It's been going nuts. I mean, AP News, Yahoo News, New York Daily News. It hit Broadway World and everything, and then tons of things like this, and got Eileen to jump on and help me out with the PR and everything. Shout out to Eileen and Jimmy Starr from World Star Entertainment. They're awesome. But yeah, I mean, basically it went viral. The music video was super, super fun. I went to every location that the Beatles went to when they first landed in 1964 in New York. And Carnegie Hall, Ed Sullivan Theater and all that. They also snuck down to the Village right by me, so I went down there. And you can see that in the video. It's like a Beatlemania tour in the official music video. And it's, DRMAGDN, that's the spelling DRMAGDN. That's on YouTube, Spotify, websites and everything. But it came out really cool. And I do have to show you the awesome album art. That's the street I live on right there. That's Christopher Street, and that is 7th Ave. And you can see I recreated the Beatles iconic cover. This is the limited run vinyl, 7-inch vinyl, which is cool. And on the back, that's actually Buddy Rich's Ringo Starr's drum set that he used on the Ed Sullivan Show that I saw at a museum actually that I found. So
Oh my God.
yeah, so it's cool. It came out really, really cool. So everyone definitely check that out. It's a really,
No,
really good
100%.
song.
So can we play that there on the 22nd?
Yeah, that would be great.
We have a
Yeah.
screen. We're right in Times Square, Father Duffy Park. Okay, I want to play that, and I don't know. This is like, this Eileen. She's like, she introduced me to between Mr. Edelman and.
Oh yes, Randy's a great dude, man. I hang out with him. We actually worked together on we did an indie film together. I got a DRMAGDN tune on the soundtrack, and then he did the rest of the soundtrack. And then I also did "Don't Worry, Darling" with Olivia Wilde, Harry Styles, and Chris Pine. That's John Powell as the composer, and then me, came in all the big drums. DRMAGDN did all that, some electronic production. So every car chase scene in that film that you see, strange film, so kind of weird, little left of center. But all the car chase scenes, that's me. And Bashiri Johnson from Michael Jackson. So he's a good buddy of mine too. So yeah.
This is all too much because Eileen, when I went to see Randy perform, says, I'm also work with Jackie Del Shannon, okay? And so
Jackie's amazing. Yes.
Jackie is, so right now we're editing as we speak, my conversation with Jackie. And the additional miraculous, so you see my tie says freedom, right? Freedom. Okay.
Yes.
This away. All right. Because I did the 20th anniversary of Woodstock with Richie Havens, the guy who started singing Freedom in '69 Woodstock. And I actually had the great lawn, and I couldn't pay, and have the $700K to pay it for it. But I did it in Times Square, and just 2 minutes ago, so we have a movie called Woodstock Forever, Peace, Love, and Hope. And out of all the singers and entertainers in the world, we started this movie with Jackie Del Shannon singing "Put a Little Love in Your Heart." Can you?
I just remixed that track for her, actually. So
is that right?
Yeah, so we did a really cool remix. It's modern day. It's really cool. I also just remixed Jean Beauvoir's "Feel the Heat" from the Cobra soundtrack. So those are in the pipeline. So we're actually working on that. And Woodstock, you mentioned, a band that I actually jump in for. I'm doing a rock cruise next week with them. Is a band you probably remember, Vanilla Fudge. You probably remember.
I don't know how much longer I can take this interview. Okay, set me free. Set me free. I want.
Yes.
You're tearing me apart. I can't take it. She should have. I got to put an X-rated on this thing or something to hold my heart in. I'm telling you right now. You have no idea. I'm going to talk to you about the Beatles in a second. I had a master's degree on the Beatles. Okay.
Oh, I can't wait because I am such a Beatles fan.
Sid Bernstein,
John B, who's my manager,
brought the Beatles to America. Yep. Sid is my love. And I was I called Dylan, his son, to get Rain, who are performing in Jersey, your boy, the Garden State. And because Sid always said the best band is Rain, who does the Beatles.
They're great, man. They're great.
They're the best. And we start our show with Ringo Starr. We start our show with Ringo Starr asking for a moment of silence for peace. Okay, because even Earth Day, and by far Peace Day, without peace, we're not going to have Mother Earth. We're going to have water wars. And so there's too much going on. And the Beatles are my love. You know where they started first? I don't know if you know the answer to this one. Where their first concert was, the Beatles. When they came.
Concert? I mean, they came, I know they did the brothels in Germany for a while, and that's where they got really tight.
First time when Sid brought them here to America. This is
the very first time he brought them to America. So I know that George Harrison came one time to visit his sister, and he was unknown, which was really fun to hear. He's like, I don't know if we're ever going to make it here. Then the first time they came, Shea Stadium was the second time. That I know. So the first time, the very first, oh, I got balloons. Look at that. The first time was, let's see, the first day, I think it was Carnegie Hall. Yeah, the
Oh,
two
this
shows
guy
at
knows
Carnegie.
his stuff. He knows his stuff. I can't stump him. He knows his stuff.
I got one for you. I actually met the guys. I went to Carnegie Hall to film, for the Beatles, something music video. And the tour guide actually took me back and showed me the original program. On the program, the Beatles were unknown. No one knew them at the time. So they actually put John Lennon and John McCartney. They misspelled Paul's name, and you could see Paul writing his name in signature gigantic over Paul McCartney, and he was a little pissed. But so that's a funny little tidbit and
So
everything. But yeah,
Sid said,
so
Sid didn't know him either. Sid said, I hear there's this band, over the pond, you know how they love to say that, on the other side of the world, that's causing an uproar. He goes, all right, let's call him up and ask him to come and perform here. Because Sid was that kind of a guy, went from the emotion. And Sid did the first, due respect, he did one of the first Peace Day concerts prior to Woodstock, actually, and he wore his
nice.
shirt on it as the producer. So this the whole peace thing is a wild scenario. I brought George Harrison through another contact to public television one time, way back
Yeah.
when, and public television said, I don't know, I don't think our audience is, he might be a little bit too much for PBS. So it just kind of happens. Entertainment is a very interesting field, don't you think so? I mean, it's kind of what's right, what's wrong, who wants what. So, when you play the drums? Do you play from your heart, or do you play for an audience? Where do we go on this?
It's both. I mean, at this point, so being a drummer who's played with everyone at this point, I mean, I jump on for Carmine Appice for Vanilla Fudge. I played with Jolyn Turner. I played with Broadway stars. I've done Rock of Ages on Broadway. Like, I've done just about everything. I played jazz at Lincoln Center and Carnegie Hall and all that. So I've played everything, and every style has its place and cool thing. But being an artist now is one of the coolest things to actually have be successful. I cut out all the middlemen. Every once in a while I'll produce an artist and the song is going great. And then the bridge, it's like, oh, but that lyric is about my dad. And I'm like, but the lyric no one gets it, that it should be this. It's like, no, I don't want. And then the song suffers just a little and then it's not a hit. So I cut all that BS out and I'm able to actually just go from song that I write, put it out, after producing it, mixing, mastering, editing it, put it out, do all my own videos. I do all my own social media. I have a whole team of people helping me. And it's the clear vision that goes right through. And then as a performer, I'm crazy, right? It's like really epic, intense tribal drumming on top of everything that I'm basically doing electronically, which is running all the music and everything. And it also runs the video screens and the light show and everything. It's all synced. So it's a really, really awesome experience. And I've toured all over the world doing it. I actually just got back from the King's coronation weekend. I played Royal Albert Hall with a symphony orchestra. So I did it was me, a famous Hungarian piano player, and a Hungarian symphony orchestra. And it was so much fun. It was amazing, sold out. But the funniest part is we have in-ears, and the entire team was Hungarian. So they would be communicating only in Hungarian. And they would get around at the very end telling me what to do in English. So they'd say everything in Hungarian, and I'd be like, okay, Charlie, drum again. Now you have to get up and bow. Like, okay. And I was always one step behind. I didn't know, Hungarian. So, but it was a really fun time and everything. So that was another really, really cool gig that popped up. But Beatles played there only one time, and they also they didn't really get along with the owners. They didn't get along with the venue, and it actually came up in a song later on of theirs, which you probably know. So, Albert and his hall. It's not that great of a hall, I think, is the lyric. So
I know you're killing me, and I gotta go switch to this, and then we're gonna talk more, but not just a little bit more. I'm doing the show the 22nd of April. I got so much, we got so much going on for that show. It's gonna be great. Michelle Pascal is my good. That whole group, the home group, are my closest. I love those people, and so So, and the cutting room, I filmed them down there. And, in any case, and in Carnegie Hall, I couldn't film
Yep.
there because that's so unionized, but
The union is, and if you go over 1 minute, they
nah,
triple charge you. It's
forget it there.
crazy, yeah, it's a
But I'm
whole
going to
thing.
switch to the last subject that we're going to just talk to, because first of all, you start going Hungarian. I'm Hungarian. All right.
Nice,
So, and I married a Hungarian lady, my second wife.
nice.
All right. And we honeymooned in a place called Montauk. Okay. This one is going to really blow you over. Okay. All right. And we bought the Montauk Manor. I didn't buy the whole manor, but I bought a condo there because my Transylvanian wife, Clara, beautiful woman, kind woman, and her daughter Clarica. We're divorced, but it's a beautiful thing. But she came and said, this looked like Transylvania. Mr.
Yeah,
John, Mr. Dracula town, and so I bought a place there like 20 years ago. So I've been very plugged into Montauk. Okay, big time. All right. I wrote for the newspaper for 15 years. All right.
nice.
So I'm going to lay it on you because I think only because I just got to do that. All right. Because it's true. All right. So Kenny and Susan, just so you know, in the Montauk's, I wrote 15 years at least for that. And then it decided that, I had a long run. So I'm not writing anymore, and I'm into a lot of other things. But I love Kenny. I married Kenny and Susan. I'm an interfaith minister. Okay,
Nice.
on the beach, and I love them both dearly. Okay, Kenny's a great guy, and I'm so happy with his music festivals. And guess what? Guess out of all the situations in this world, I mean, this is a big world. We have all these hunker planets. I mean, look at this place. There's a lot, 8 billion people. Out of all the 8 billion people, you're hosting the Montauk Music Festival. What's the deal here? How could this all be happening? I have no idea. I think because I turned 75. Something's got to finally work. No, tell me what's
Exactly.
going on.
Yeah, no, Kenny is the most amazing dude. Montauk Kenny. We finally got around to actually talking and trying to work together and everything. So he brought me on. I'm headlining Friday and Saturday night at Gurney's from 10 to midnight. Going to be doing my own solo sets. I'll be on the main stage, headlining and performing there, but I'm also hosting the entire event. And there is a big feature coming out on me in the Montauk Sun coming up. So it's going to be a really, really cool thing. I can't wait to be a part of it. All my friends, from all these bands and artists for years have been telling me, oh, you got to play Montauk Music Fest, Montauk. Oh, yeah, that sounds cool. I never got around to it. And now that I blew up online and everything, and BMG and Beatles and also Glow Water, like they hit me up. Shout out to these guys. It's a hydration drink, but it's me, Kylie Jenner, one of the, Kardashians and everything, and Dak Prescott, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. We all endorsed this, got a brand deal. And from that, I actually just signed to the #1 TikTok agency in the world. So shout out Clicks Talent. They're, influencer marketing agencies. So, for all that stuff, brand deals and everything, they're representing me there. But Kenny, best guy ever. Really looking forward to it. That's going to be in May. So the dates, what is it? I think the 12th, right?
I don't know what the date was. I don't think
Cool.
I don't know. But all
Yeah,
I know
we'll
is
figure out the dates and everything. My computer just died. Otherwise,
it's
I'd bring
okay.
it up.
Oh, Friday the 17th and 18th. Here it is. It is here. And when is so it's that weekend, 17th, 18th of May.
Yeah, 17th, 18th of May, and then
At Gurney.
Sunday the 19th also and everything. So I'll be out there. Definitely come out. It's 400 plus bands and artists playing everywhere in Montauk. It's one of the coolest, situations ever. And then I'm headlining Chelsea Table and Stage, where Randy Edelman plays a lot and everything, doing a whole red carpet event and everything. This is going to be the 12th of April. So that's going to be a Friday. The whole event starts at about 6, 7 o'clock with all the red carpet and everything for press and fashion and dance and celebrities. And then, I go on headlining at 9 to about 11. So it's going to be a fun time. Come out to that. I also run tons of residencies in the West Village. So I'm down there all the time doing Thursdays and Saturdays and Fridays and all that stuff. So keep an eye out, DRMAGDN.com, DRMAGDN.com, and everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all the things. So yeah.
I'm going to ask you one last, two questions. The first question, but why are you such a low key guy? I mean, what's your problem? Can't you jump it up a little bit? I mean, you're so passive. This is the most passive interview I've ever done in my life. I'm falling asleep. All right. Second, what's peace for you? Mr. Charlie Z, drum again.
Yes.
What
is peace for me? So here's the deal. This is a very good and deep question, and I've been talking to people about this for years. Peace starts with yourself, number one, right? And it needs to start with you, and then it needs to get out to everyone around you, and then get out to the world. Bullying, everyone talks about bullying and negativity and all this stuff. That's top down. You see someone who's bullying a kid, their parents are bullying them. Their parents are the ones at the corporates bullying the world, right? Everyone needs peace internally. We need to get along together way better than we have been, right? No political sides are going to do it. Be a good person, do good in the world, in your circle, and it's going to make a ripple that will actually bring some positivity and peace in the world.
My grandson at 7 years old said basically the same words. I love you, Charlie Z. You're a cool dude, man. I am so happy you're going to be performing with us. I'm going to be in cutting room. I'm going to be in Montauk. I'm going to be over there where Mr. Edelman just performed in Chelsea Table, which is a great room. Everybody should go down to. Beautiful, beautiful place. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a big mirror. Eileen, I love you. This is a
No, she's great, and she's the best, and I'm glad this happened. And the summer stage thing, if you wind up doing that this year, I'm on that too, 100%, whatever you need.
Oh, summer, I got no, Times Square is happening, 22nd of April. Perfect. And September 21st.
I'm on both, done.
Peace. But we better start setting up your drums now. All right.
Exactly, right? I have a whole team. Good, we're good.
Thanks.